Yep, hello, hello. Real quick, before I start actually going into the game, I did do a little bit of editing on the overlay, because, I don't know, it just kind of occurred to me that, oh, I could change this to something way more interesting. And yeah, it didn't even register to me until like, maybe 30 minutes ago that I could do that. So there is a slight change. And honestly, I should have been doing that from the start, so to any VOD watchers, maybe in the future, I hope you forgive me for not changing the background every time we were in Kararin. Is that how you say the stupid thing? Okay, that was the thing I was going to look up and I just totally forgot. Hello, Reborn. Can you forgive me? I didn't have a special background for when we were actually in Kararin, which I assume is where we're going. I don't actually know, but they said, hey, get on the plane. So I'd assume we're going there. This, and squeak a little bit for everyone's amusement. Squeak, squeak. But I did a little bit of editing and whatnot like 30 minutes ago. If you want to see the VODs, by the way, they'll be up on YouTube eventually. I don't really have a set pattern for when I actually make them visible, but I've made sure to get all of them. So, like, they're all up there on YouTube right now, except this one, unless you're watching it in the future, in which case it probably is. But that also makes you a time traveler, so you're banned. You don't forgive me, unfortunately. Dang. I thought of all people, you'd forgive me. I mean, I think most of them are up there right now. It is funny how... yeah, all of them except 9 are up there. And 9's there, it's just not, you know... no, actually, it's not there. Huh. I could have sworn I exported 9. Well, guess I'll do that right now. Hello, Sylvia. Hope you're having a good day. Also, I have this song playing just because the actual title screen noise is real bad. Like, I almost prefer the last game that was just completely silent. Okay, there we go. Now they're exploding. I thought I had already done that, but I guess not. And now you get to hear the thing. It's this noise. It's like, oh, jeez. Yeah, I've messed with the overlay, and hopefully it's more enjoyable. That one. There you go. Okay, this is where I find out that we're not going to Kararin, and all of my efforts are completely wasted. I also added a butterfly. You know how hard it is to find just a drawing of a butterfly with no background? Everyone wants to add, like, flowers and stuff, but I just want the outline of a butterfly. You know, I eventually found one, but it required me to press... it required me to play Simon Says, because it had one of those anti-robot things, and it was like, alright, if you want to download this image of a butterfly, you have to select these things in order. 7, C, 5, 3, 2, 1, and I was ready to explode. But I got it, and then I painted it pink. So there you go. I didn't draw a butterfly because I only had like 10 minutes. Anywho, that's how our sudden trip to the Kingdom of Kararin began. I guess I should have used that as the text box at the wait screen, that's fine. Never imagined I'd return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. I mean, a hostage situation? Mr. Wright didn't warn me about what it meant to get involved with a fae. If only he had met Maya sooner. Ta-da! I also couldn't find a picture of just this, but that's fine. Like, without the text box, I mean. I could easily just watch the thing and slow it down. But I did find one in the courtroom, which is nice. Without the 3D models in there. So I threw the rat and the old Brilly Luigi in there.
Hello.
Hello, Toronto. And yeah, that is the Fae Clan MO. Where they go, death follows. Literally and figuratively. That was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Usually we get involved with stuff at like 9 a.m. Talk about cutting it close. Where is everybody? The Kingdom of Karai. No time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back memories. Memories of that time I almost died. Memories of that other time I almost died. Memories of Dad being, stuck in court, not hanging out with me and my stepbrother, I guess. Adopted brother. Hurry up, Apollo! Right behind you! Sorry. Mars' tomb's located in the courtyard of the Grand Palace. We should have just enough time to get there. You'll be right. And let's sprint there. Think you can keep up, Apollo? Sure. No sweat, probably. Oh, you're still here. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival. Edgeworth, the royal family might be a problem. Thanks, Edgeworth. I mean, I guess someone had to have... Well... Let's say someone had to have flown the plane, but I don't know if he can fly a plane. I wouldn't put it past him, but... I'm sure he has people for that, right? I don't know if Gumshoe would be able to fly a plane. And this is a new place. Very fancy. Butterflies animated in the background. Huff, puff, huff, puff. I feel like old bags around here. That wasn't made for all the running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week. And also in my life. It's 2:45, and of course, Phoenix just isn't even winded. Only 15 minutes left. See that cylindrical building rising from the distance? That's Amara's tomb. Amara. Wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated? Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on. Kind of a shame. It'll take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here, and also a few more for me to catch my breath. Because for some reason my breath is faster than me. So you have returned, bobbed head. Ah! It's our favorite princess. I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess Rafa Padma Karar. What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission. A prosecutor from the States. Should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, your benevolence, have you seen Minister Igna? You seek my father? I just saw him heading towards Amara's tomb. Was he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something? Or, you know, my kidnapped partner? No, he was alone. What? Why do you ask? Looks like she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction. You hear that? I think we have a company. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Uh-oh. Bow down before her glory! Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Kararin, approaches! Who are these absolute nerds? Huh? Garan. It's me. Ah, it's... the Queen Gran. That's what we said. Guards. Surround them all as 2 at once. Yes, your eminence.
Urdi Haragara!
Undi Haragara. But also, why do the bailiffs get guns and these guys just get swords? Alright, maybe the swords are guns. I've seen that before. What's she doing? Is she gonna help us? Excuse me, your eminence. So, our bobbed-head lawyer returns. May we presume you're here for Maya Fey, the spirit medium who has been abducted? Yes, you may. Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband. Ah, she's using the royal. That makes sense. Oh, no need to apologize for him, unless you're in on it. Honestly, Igna, abducting a guest in our country, how could you? It's not even lunchtime. Father abducted someone? Your eminence, what about those soldiers over there? They are the Garan Royal Guard. As you can see, they're not paid as much as the bailiffs. Soldiers who serve the crown and no other. Royal Guard. They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects, with the best singing voices, so that they can always sing when I get into the area, I guess. When my presence is needed, they sing for me. And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? The police will not come if it is my husband who's committing the crime. Yeah, that makes sense. We shall have to storm the tomb and take the Minister Inga into custody ourselves. Also, I hope that Dirk isn't just, standing here awkwardly. What? You mean... Gran, no! His hostage is in there! Okay, Dirk is just standing here awkwardly. Dirk! Long time no see. How are the kids? How dare you set foot in the palace? Also, how did I not notice you? I mean, you kinda stand out like a sore thumb. Have you come to turn yourself in? Listen, we need to call a truce for now. Like, just 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Grand Royal Guard, seize this traitor of the crown. Higher priorities than my stupid husband. As you wish, your eminence. Resist and you die. Why do they draw out their words? But wait a second. Hold it. I can do that. Slow down there, Garan. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me in now, Maya Fey is good as dead. A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you? We can talk about that later. Because, I have to be vague. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes... Sorry, 20 minutes, not 5 minutes. You can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me... Dirk, wait! Come on, man. Oh. Guards, allow the insurgent Dirk Sodomati to pass, I guess. Bobhead, you have some explaining to do. Right. Well, while we're waiting here, I guess. Paulo, why don't you explain the situation? I've dealt with her enough for the past week. What? Me? Leave nothing out, hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. Why is it always horns? Hornhead? Doesn't waste any time coming up with nicknames. What's Athena's nickname going to be, though? Wired Head? And what's with the attitude? Your father's the one who abducted Miss Fey. Jeez. Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone? Oh, you heard right. I mean, you heard Mr. Wright. He abducted Maya Fey and... Insolent fool! Pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime. Ah, that sounded wrong as I was saying it. Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. He's holed up in that tomb as we speak. Really? I find this difficult to believe, but I mean, Mother said so. Why would he do such a thing? Your benevolence. You saw your father heading towards the tomb. I did. I was over on the veranda, deep in thought, when I saw him hurrying towards the tomb. I say it was about 10 minutes ago. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late? You see anyone else head for the tomb? I saw no one else after he entered. Mr. Inga and Miss Faye are the only ones in there besides Dirk. Or, you know, anyone else who was in there before those 10 minutes. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him. Or if there was some secret trap door in the bottom of the tomb that went into an underground tunnel that, you know, people could just sneak into the tomb from. I mean, that's what I'd have in there. Dirk, I sure hope he's alright and not dying. It's only been 5 minutes? Jeez. Ah, it feels like a Frieza eternity. Patience, Apollo, patience. Well, I'm not patient. Gods, storm the tomb. Why can't I skip these anymore? Like, I don't have a problem reading them, but they're so slow. Been almost 20 minutes. Been 19 minutes and 50 seconds. What's taking Dirk so long? The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm it. Can't you wait just a little bit longer? No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the Hodges' life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm it. I bet that'll put Miss Faye's life in danger too. Like a little bit. Guards? Storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga along with the insurgent Dirk Sadamada. Yes, your eminence. What? Dirk's under arrest too. Naturally. That traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. She was my mum. Now go, seize them both. Ah, we're going in. Follow me, men. For her eminence, Sir Dahara Gran. So, hope no one gets hurt. That's a nice hat you have. Your eminence! What the? Why are they running back out? What is the meaning of this? Something terrible has happened. Dirk, the minister. He's dead! What's this? What? Apollo, quick! I'm right behind you. No one enters without oh, they're already there. I see what you have to deal with, Rafa. Come, let's see what's transpired. Yes, your eminence. Yeah, they probably shouldn't have given Dirk 20 minutes, but... you know, he's a master at bluffing just like Phoenix. But where's Dirk? Apollo, over there. Dirk? Look, I know that this looks bad, but he decided to commit suicide on my knife, just like in that last trial. You know how it is. Dirk, what have you done? Apollo? Look. So it is Minister Inga who has fallen? Guards, seize this murderous man at once. Yes, your eminence. Surrender now or perish, rebel scum. Why do they talk like that? Is that a royal order that they have to talk like that? No, wait! Ah! And now we're in Looney Tunes. Okay. Dirk! They're taking him away. Ow! Dirk just threw something at me. It was a knife. Oh, wait, no, this is the... Are you telling me to keep it safe? Nick, is that you? Maya! Are you alright? I'm a bit wrapped up. Dirk, he saved me. I feel exhausted. Can't keep my eyes open. Why does this keep happening here? Maya! Minister Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction, had been killed. And Dirk was arrested for his murder. So it was that abduction of Maya Fey that came to... sudden and unexpected resolution. With this, the curtain fell on the minister. But things were far from over. Oh, the guards are still there. That's weird. There's a car? What was the second kidnapping? Like, I remember the one with the assassin. I only vaguely recall the assassin's name. I remember his face better than his name, so... You know, hopefully he doesn't get mad about that. There's this one. I don't remember the third one. Oh, well... I guess that one kind of counts as a kidnapping, right? Her body was abducted by a ghost. Does that count as being kidnapped? No one knew where she was, even the one that was possessing her. Yeah, until the end. Yeah, I'd say that counts, really. Apollo, what happened? I can't say for sure. Why? But from what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga. What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye? Yeah, most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. My father, he's... This cannot be! I must see for myself. Your benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass. Fools, stand aside. Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Garan. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. Dirk, you will pay for this. Apollo, let's go regroup somewhere. Yeah. Dirk, it wasn't really you that did it, right? I guess Athena will be Ribbonhead. She does have that ribbon. Are you okay, Apollo? Yeah. I mean, saw my dad kill someone, maybe. Edward's speaking with the local police, so let's sit tight until he returns. Okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. He's right. Can't go into pieces now. Thank you, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. Hello there, everyone. Right, Mr. Justice. I'm afraid I have some bad news. He has such dramatic music. He's gonna be here for like 5 seconds, but he always gets the trumpets ready. It's also still funny that he only calls other people Mr. or Mrs. Not Phoenix. It's always right. Looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth, thank you. What's happening with Dirk? As I understand it, he has been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. He has? However, I did manage to get his permission to investigate the crime scene, and I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Sadamati shortly. Thank you. Wait, which one? Sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. This stupid confident smirk. Also, it just happens that Detective Sky is here in Karan, because she doesn't get a break either. Keeps stealing my snackoos. So I've asked her to assist us with our investigation. What? What's she doing here? It seems Prosecutor Sadamani has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. It's almost like he's trying to be really petty, the fact that he has to do that. And he's making sure that someone else suffers with him. They've almost become a team of sorts. Despite what Nayuda says, he thinks highly of Emma's skills. So what now, Apollo? I think I'll go play Dirk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check in on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Luna? Well, if there's footwork to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo and give him a hand. Very well, then I will accompany Wrights, as always. Alright, we'll go our separate ways for now. Alright, if anything comes up, you have my cell number. Do you know your way around here, Apollo? Nope. Been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost. If only someone could be our guide. But there's no one around here that's that convenient. Sweet, sweet. I do wonder where Albie is, actually. Sure, he was probably panicking the most about Maya. I mean, besides Phoenix. Apollo! Here to see your old man, are ya? Dirk, are they done interrogating you? Nope, the fun hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though. I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation method will be. I believe they dance around and kind of just keep yelling at how I'm going to go to the underworld, but other than that... Yeah, that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty. They branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen and now the justice minister. If found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution. They'll have fireworks and everything, the whole 9 yards. Public execution? This is worse than I thought. What were you thinking? Come on, son, turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to this tasty hash house I know. Hash house? I'd like that. I really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch to work mode. The horns on his head just turn around. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at. There is? The incident. Do that first. Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Mr. Inga, did you? Well, the thing is, I really don't know. Huh? I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb, but I got all dizzy immediately after that. Next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand, and covered in Inga's blood, and him at my feet. Weird how that happens. So you don't remember meeting with him? No, the last thing I remember after entering the tomb was feeling really dizzy. There's no way he can explain what happened if he can't remember anything. Yeah, how convenient. I suppose there's no getting out of this one. I mean, the window's right there, but... And where's Dats? I also just had the thought, did Phoenix ever apologize to Dats for almost getting him convicted of a thing he didn't do? I mean, I'm sure he'll forgive him. It's Dats, but... You know, he at least say sorry. But he can't give up yet. I was just messing with you, son. Well, stop. It's not funny. You could die, man. Sorry, jeez. Sheesh, nothing seems to faze him, not even being arrested for murder. Well, it's not the first time. Doesn't faze Maya anymore. Gonna be a tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago. You're on trial for 2 charges? Duran's practically licking her chops just thinking of my public execution. Guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh? But I mean, if we lose, I will lose my head. Won't that be fun? I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this. So, son, I take it you'll be defending me at my trial? Of course. You can count on me. That's my boy. It looks like your nerves are as steely as the vocal cords of yours. And as a dragon. After all, you got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with, too. Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh? Don't tell me you forgot about that. I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one. You sure? Because you don't sound very fine. Apollo, what was that about an assassination 23 years ago? Ah, yes, 23 years ago. Got that incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous Queen Amara was assassinated, wasn't it? Yes, someone set a private residence on fire. This game really likes throwing, fire everywhere. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze. And you were arrested for the crime? Why would they arrest you, Mr. Sadamati? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have had with the Queen? About that. Hello, Emmy. Hope you're having a good day. I don't know, we're doing normal. We're fine. Nope, instantly an ad. Well. About that, Amara was, well, she was my wife. Alright, I didn't know about that, but... I may not look the part, but I was once husband to the Queen. To a Queen. In short, I was royalty. What? No way. You saying you won the heart of a reigning queen? Something like that. Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against the witnesses on the stand. Even a queen is no match for this dragon's glare. I'll forget, so happy birthday in advance, Emmy. Wow, you're really something else. So, was a verdict ever reached, Dirk? I acted as my own attorney and won, until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south. Now, where have I heard a story like that before? What happened after that? I made a run for it. You ran? You ran so far away? Yes, but I couldn't get away. I didn't kill Amara, and I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't allow that to happen. Amara's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground. Literally. And that was 23 years ago. You telling me that after all these years, still haven't discovered the truth? Yeah, the fact that it was an arson means the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There's little in the way of evidence left. It's just been a brick wall after brick wall after brick wall. Guess that means up to me to figure it out, huh? I mean, you could bring back her ghost. Along with Mr. Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm going to be sick. Come on, son, don't look so down. With you on the case, it'll work out somehow. I hope he's right. Say, son, do you remember my office? Sure, I remember that messy, dimly lit room. The file I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there? Yeah, let me think. I go through the sewer and over the woods. Recall going through a manhole. How can I not, Dirk? Hate how I always got so dirty getting there, and that stench. I know case is important too, but I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. And we had to give him something? I'm guessing the orb, the only other thing I have. I see you got it safely out of the tomb. Why'd you throw it at me like that? I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Garan's hands. Not ever. I thought Mr. Inga was the one who was after it. He was the one who lent it to Professor Buff to study, after all. So haven't you exposed his crime now? I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. And whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down. Literally. Said something like that before. Looks like Dirk's intuition is at it again. Gran will do anything to retrieve this. So guard it well, son, at least until tomorrow's trial. Throw it outside. Raid your tabs up. Oh, Sadamani. Nayuda! It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So be gone, you putrid-headed criminal abetting lawyer. Wait, don't tell me. You're the prosecuting attorney. Of course, you think they'd program in a second one. What? But that would mean... Is there a problem here? You bet there is. He's your father. And? Your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains I'm a prosecutor. No, that's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him. Hey, other son. Nayuta. Long time no see, son. How have you been? I see you've got the whole flowing scarf thing going on. Your mother would be proud. Look, I hear you've been serving Garat, rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son? The past is the past. It's time to let it go and move on. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? It's simple. People change. The Nayuta you knew exists no more. Listen, son. I don't know what made you change like this. But you're still my boy, even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the Defiant Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. Ugh. As I said, I've moved on. Now let us waste no more time, for flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past. They don't do that with talk of the future either, but whatever. Nayuta, why do I get the feeling there's something he wants to say but can't? God, move the accused to the interrogation room. Yes, sir. Right this way, you rebel scum. Ow! Watch it! Not so rough, will you? Why do you guys have guns?
Nayuta, he's seriously going to prosecute his own father?
Also, hello, Athena. I thought she was gonna say something, but... Any ideas? I guess we'll go to the tomb to investigate? Amara's tomb. So this is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Karai. It's really lavish. Guess you could say it's fit for a queen. Is the faceless woman that Merle over there Amara? Nah, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit channeling to Karai. And also Karain, I guess. Oh right, the woman in the orb. I got filled in on that part. Ah, you two. Getting right down to business, I see. Oh, it was Emma. I don't know why I thought it was right. He's at the hospital right now, which I guess we're not going to go to. I was kind of curious what their hospital would look like over here. Hi, Emma. Heard you give us a hand if we needed it. Yep. Mr. Edgeworth asked me to help where I could. And, you know, he kind of rules over Salamati, so I don't take orders from him right now. It's been quite a while since you've been back in Kararan, I hear. Yeah, more than 20 years, in fact. Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. You really are Mr. Wright's, protege. Protege? One of the two. Also, I'm gonna be right back 1 second. I have returned. And I reached over for my water, and I went to take a drink, and I was like, all I hear is the jingle of ice. It's apparently empty, except for ice. Which, you know, ice is water, but it's a little bit difficult to get it through a straw. Well, as far as I'm aware. You're as... well, You're as big a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright. Please don't say that. My luck's already bad enough as it is. What does that mean, Apollo? Well, she basically said the same thing I said. Just, you know, less fancy. And yeah, I guess it depends on the straw. If you get like a bendy straw, you can probably eat a lot of ice, drink a lot of ice. If you get it through a straw, does it count as drinking or eating it? I mean, it's still like a solid. Emma, I hear Prosecutor Sanamai has requested your services again. Seems to have really taken a liking to you. So says, you know, Edgeworth. You mean his ephemeral holiness? I don't mind he approves of me and my abilities. It's just, his people skills need some serious work. Like, I thought Edgeworth was bad. When you manage to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, working on investigations overseas is great, but flying back and forth between here and home every few days with no days off, that's been tough, and lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defendant in this case is someone I know. I mean, how could this get any worse? Sounds like they got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. Yeah, well, that seems to just be par for the course. Anyways, hello, Emma. Emma, have you determined the cause of death? Blood loss from a stab wound. You probably could have guessed that one. A single stab wound in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. Huh. Estimated time of death was 3 PM, which is when Dirk came onto the scene. Any suspects besides Dirk? No, he, Maya, and the Minister were the only ones here. And Maya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard. Could someone have been hiding somewhere in here? Not likely. I was told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off. Great, another one of these. It would appear so. No wait for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... Great, it's another one of those convoluted locked room mysteries. Yep. Sure is, Apollo. I don't know if I should be mad at the game when the character relates to me. About the victim, Minister Inga. He's the King's Minister of Justice, correct? Uh-huh. Inga Karkul Kararan was the second most powerful figure in Kararan. Plus he was married to the Queen. I'd assume he was second powerful because he was married to the Queen, but... Seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone. Apparently he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way there was little chance of the police or even the Queen finding out. What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb? That I don't know, but I'm working on it. Wonder if it really was for what Paul Wimpy said. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. What do they want with that relic, anyway? Huh. It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secret. Great power that's said to be bestowed upon whoever solves the orb's secret. In Kararan, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Is that why Inga wanted such power? Did he want to be king? I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I'm dead. This is the tomb of the previous queen? Yep, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist blaze. What a tragic end. Heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it the same spot so her soul could rest in peace. Ah yes, nothing's more peaceful than being laid to rest where you burn to death. This is where the fire happened, huh? Why do you think Mr. Inga was holding Miss Faye captive here? It's the perfect spot if you think about it. Hello, Mimikyu, and yes, we did in fact beat Phoenix. Can you guess why Phoenix was fighting us in the first place? If you didn't already know. Wow. Hello, Random. Hope you're having a good day. We went on a plane. We got a raise in the form of physically going upwards. That is correct. Maya got kidnapped. By Minister Inga or whatever. And also that guy is dead. Right now we are trying to figure out whether or not Dirk actually killed him. We went to go do a prisoner exchange and then he was stabbed to death. Yeah, that would be a great idea. Or she should channel someone that is known for being a top martial artist every time she gets in danger. And that martial artist will just attack whoever's kidnapping her. But Maya is safe. She's currently in the hospital. There you go, as safe as a hospital is. When has anyone ever died there? Close to his private quarters made it easy to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard's only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. Ah, so that's why you picked that place. Yeah, it only happened after she met up with Phoenix again. But on the flip side, the first time she ever met him, she lost her sister. So I think it's a joint bad luck effort. You know, because he also lost his mentor and everything. How long had Miss Faye been held captive? About 6 days. Really? That long? Appears that she was severely weakened by a prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed. You were there. And is now on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Poor Miss Faye. I hope she gets better soon. Emma, do you mind if we start looking around? Sure, I've already got the okay. Knock yourselves out, but not literally. Oh, and here. It's a diagram the police drew of the tomb. I thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along. There's so many things that stick out, like, instantly. Well, oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun to yourselves, you hear? Nah, you don't need to worry about that. Besides, I'd hardly classify this as fun. I mean, are you guys having fun? Alright, first thing. This is Amara's sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look. Hello, Eldy. Hope you're having a good day. Glad to hear you're having fun. Hey, these curtains open, Apollo. Why? Why would the... It's one big sarcophagus. They say the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside. A mummy, huh? Rats, it's locked. Hey, don't touch that! You mean we can't search inside it? Not a chance. Besides, that's something anyone tried opening anyway. What if the real killer's hiding inside? Hey, anyone in there? Don't do that! You're gonna get us cursed. Cursed? The queen's likely bears a grudge towards the living after such violent, painful death. So no one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring a wrath. Oh no, Paolo, what am I going to do? And don't look at me. I'm sorry, Randall. I hope your adulting goes well so you can have fun later. In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It's kept really, really cold to preserve the mummy. So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death. I see. How long is eventually?
Still, if they bundled up, I bet a person could hide in there for a little while.
Like, it hasn't really been all that long. Is there nothing else here? Not even like the butterfly? Games? No? Yeah, I guess that was it. Uh-huh.
It's full of ash. They must burn incense here.
I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense sticks that were burned in this? Or did people put their incense in after there was already ash in here to hold them up? Never mind. What does that mean? Are you not going to be good on the weekend? In a few weeks. Oh, I'm sorry, random. Well, let me know if I can help in any way. I know I probably can't, but the offer's there. Ah, I see. Well, I can't help with that. My physical form is kind of locked in this general area. But I'm helping you in spirit. Sadly, ghosts are really bad at moving boxes.
Don't be silly, Athena. The answer's simple. The ash is the product of prayers from the countless visitors who came here. It's not a chicken or the egg kind of thing.
Ah, that's an interesting take on it. It's so much more poetic than mine. What came first, the ash or the sparklers?
Full of ash. My guess would be this is an incense burner.
Hey, look, Apollo. There's something in the ashes.
Let's see what it is.
Is it blood? No, it's a crystal.
Is that a gemstone? I wonder what it's doing here.
Hehehe, I got this one covered, Apollo. Like to hear my brilliant theory?
Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm. I'll prepare my ears.
You know how people make wishes for throwing coin? You know, on second thought, I'm good. You know, just didn't even get to read the end of that. What? You don't need to hear my theory? I'm just about to get to the good part.
Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here?
Oh, that. Oh. It's not a gem, it's a button. Albeit a very expensive one, from the victim's jacket. Must have fallen off and gotten in here somehow.
See? Every puzzle has an answer, Athena.
And sometimes they're not backwards. But I thought my idea was pretty good. Whatever. Wait. What's with this suit? See here on the gemstone?
Hey, you're right.
It raises so many oh, we're just gonna take it? Okay. Definitely noted what one? That it was his button? His buttons were weird, but I don't know, he just gave off that air of... Oh, every puzzle has an answer? Yep. A certain top hat wearing man smiles, even though he doesn't know why. I sense Mr. Wright is teaching his children well. Only I could say the same.
Like a small army of monks all neatly lined up. Looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer.
You look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression. Really? I can't really tell from this angle.
Wonder if they use real people as models.
Some are frowning, some are smiling. This one looks like he's trying his hardest not to burst out laughing. That guy's definitely the arsonist. If they use real people as models, he's definitely the arsonist.
Really?
I wonder why. Maybe it's like those times when things are so intense, you can't help but laugh. You know, funerals and stuff.
They went through all the trouble of depicting that?
Talk about going overboard. Looks like this one lost his head.
Look, one of the statues is broken.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here.
Let's check it out when we get a little closer.
I'll do that later.
There's a painting up there, but I can't see it very well from here.
What about the Holy Mother? Alright, we can zoom into that one.
Looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus. So it's like this tomb is protected by the founder? That must be so reassuring to those she left behind. Only one problem. They didn't paint the eyes
She needs to, said watching. I mean, you can watch stuff with your ears. I do.
Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down at the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something like that gives the queen nightmares. Hey, keep that up and the founder might just come down and watch over you, too.
Oh, there's blood here. That's good. That's good.
Wow, it's covered in blood. With a blood splatter this large, it must have gotten all over the killer, too. Come to think of it, that was Dirk. There's blood on Dirk's clothes. Circumstantial evidence points Dirk to being the killer, as usual. That's what I conclude if I were a cop, too. Everything's always so bleak for me. Is it because I work for Mr. Wright?
I mean, this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for... well... Phoenix and Maya.
This supposed to be Amara channeling a spirit? Looks like the spirit of some country's sultan or something. Seems to be conveying something to his retainers. And they're all on fire. She's on fire! Must be Amara's assassination as allegedly carried out by Dirk.
Is that supposed to be Dirk?
They really made him look evil. This is with the weirdest one of all. That's supposed to be Dirk facing his punishment in the afterlife? He's not dead, huh? Anyways, I guess that's the last one. I guess we're supposed to see this as a happy ending. Yeah, except nobody came out of the story happy.
I guess I'll check out the blood stain.
Yeah, this is where the ingot collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look.
He had a gun? Huh.
So the minister was armed, huh? Well, yeah, everyone has 2 arms. Uh-huh. That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything anytime soon. Huh? He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered the bullet here. Recovered a bullet here. Means the gun probably broke as the minister fired its last round. Thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yet that one bullet is the only bullet we could find. That is strange. Where did the other 3 go? Maybe Dirk ate them.
Athena, please.
We can ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer of no.
Can you digest a bullet? You're shot in the dark.
This is the murder weapon. Anyway, did you find any prints on it? Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Dirk Sadamati. That's not good. Were there any others? There was one more print from another individual, but it was too smudged up to identify. Probably an old print from someone else who had handled the knife. Oh. Yeah, another piece of unhelpful info to add to the ever-growing pile. I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone.
Whose else will it be?
It should be. His fingerprints are all over it. You know if he talked with anyone recently? There were a few calls logged between him and his underlings. They all are members of the secret police who were directly under the minister's control. You mean like spies? I don't think that's quite it. More just as minions. Alright, taking the body away. Kinda sad how familiar I've become with body outlines.
Yeah, same.
I have a photo of the body if you're interested. He was stabbed right in the back. The poor guy was practically skewered.
With that knife? That doesn't really look long enough.
What's he wearing on his arms? Ah, those are the cuffs of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those forearm cuffs.
That probably irritated him to no end.
They look like they're made of thick fabric, so I guess they aren't for protection. Maybe they're for keeping his thieves out of the way when you're handling documents. Yeah, that's probably the original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. But now they're just one of many traditional things that people do without knowing why. They highlighted that to let you know it was dumb, but also important. Oh, I get it. Kinda like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh? Or your psychology, if we're gonna go in there. I happen to know why I started, thank you very much. Okay. I guess that's it for the dead body. What the heck is that? A bottle of wine? The grape juice Ingo was drinking. How do you know that? Now, also, it's grape juice. He was probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk. So he drank grape juice? I'm seeing the logic here. Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. He said grape juice has something in it that helps you relax. I'm trying to remember when he said that. Really? You sure he was talking about regular, plain old grape juice? Because it sounds like he was talking about a fermented variety. Nah, he couldn't have meant that. I mean, we're talking about a medical facility. They wouldn't have allowed something like that in. But, right, let's just leave it at that. Uh-huh. Yeah, just make sure you understand it was grape juice back then. It definitely wasn't anything else. The sarcophagus is surrounded by a curtain. Bet someone could have hidden in it. True, but that's one of the many places the Royal Guard checked after storming in. Wow, they were really thorough. Yeah, well, apparently one of their members loves mystery novels. He peered into every nook and cranny with almost frightening amount of gusto. Well, there's our favorite Royal Guard. He understands that every suspicious nook and cranny must be explored. And when he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries." Sounds like he's in the wrong line of work. If only there was a detective in Kurarin. You know? Alright, let's check this broken one. One of the statues is broken. Take a closer look. Oh, there's the bullet. Whoa, I can zoom in like that? Come on. No, give it. There, jeez. Well, we'll never know. I mean, it might actually be grape juice here, too. They did say sake earlier. You know, in the trial before last. So, they obviously don't care about hiding alcohol. Although, it would have also been funny if he got drunk off of, grape juice. Look, there's a bullet here. It's from the pistol the victim was carrying. I guess he tried to shoot his attacker, but missed, and the bullet ended up here. We've already determined the rifling marks to be a match for his gun. Rifling marks? Aren't those... Lena. Oh ho, shall I explain? The science behind it is absolutely fascinating. No, we're good. We're good. Liars. Think they're so smart. You realize we can hear you. Uh-huh. Think they're so smart. Good job, Apollo. It's too late. You gave Emma a pat. You know, it was kind of condescending. It's like, no, we got it, we got it. Huh? Something shiny down there. It's a pendant. There's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to. All we know is it's not the victim's. No one in the royal family recognized it. Emma, do you lift any fingerprints from it? I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one. That's too bad. But the blood turned out to be the victim's. That means it must have fallen here as in the course of the murder. Might be Dirk's. I should ask him about it later. The pink butterfly pendant. With a weird square behind it. This thing's more splintered than statue now. The bullet from the victim's gun did a real number on it. Seems like something you get cursed for, you know? In Mr. Inga's case, I'd say getting your ticket punched is a curse enough. Yeah, but don't curses extend to the afterlife? You need to stop taking what Nayuta says so seriously. I'm perfectly capable of thinking for myself. It's just, you know, he's kind of convincing. He summons butterflies. It's a Magatama, I think. Did he come from the broken statue? Look, Apollo, there's another one. But the other statues only have one each. Hey, you're right. Maybe the statue is special or something. How convenient. Or it's just someone else's. And then we look at the picture. Also, there's a chair over there. What is this tiny baby? Baby on a lotus blossom? That's one strange painting. Apparently that's part of the mural depicting the life and times of Queen Amara. You know, like a storyboard or something? That baby's supposed to be Amara? If you know their baby face, are you able to channel their spirit if they died as an adult? This one depicts Amara preaching to the faithful. I tried to put into words, but I've never seen anything like it. Let's see, the next one is... Is that Dirk? Why does he have horns? My best guess is... it depicts the first time Amara and Dirk met. But he's supposed to be some kind of demon who's seducing her? Well, he was successful since they got married after that. I guess. Mural continues to the opposite wall. We already looked at that one, but let's ignore that. Miss Faye was apparently tied to this chair, conveniently out of sight so we didn't have to animate her in the corner of the room. Let's take a closer look. Try to cover every angle possible here. Slide the touchscreen, or use the circle pad to look around carefully in this area. I bet you didn't know, but I have to be a bit of an escape artist myself. Tracy showed me how to do a rope escape trick. Uh-huh. Strange how I've escaped most of her ropes, then. And why would you bother learning something like that? Because we're always getting into trouble when working cases with Mr. Wright. So I thought it might come in handy someday. Well, I guess you're right about that. Miss Faye could have definitely used that knowledge. That's right. So now you just sit right here and we'll all get started. What in the world gave you the idea I wanted to learn? Poor Miss Faye. She must have been tied up to this chair. I can just imagine how her backside must have hurt after sitting here for so long. Would have been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still. If by that you mean I like to stay active, then I have to agree with you. My backhand's feeling pretty active right now. Whoop. How do I do the thing? I have that bound. Oh, I just can't go that way anymore. Okay. Am I looking for something else? Tiny red dot that I can't touch? There. Look, there's a bloodstain on one of the chair legs. Really? Hey, you're right. I completely missed that. Let's move the chair so we can check under it. Huh. There's more blood under the chair leg. Huh. I wonder what's doing there. I have some luminol here. Why don't you do some testing around it? Alright, fine. Can we see who moved the chair? Have to... there we go. Aha! Look! Hmm? Is there someone inside the sarcophagus? Blessing leads all the way to the sarcophagus! Emma, this is Mr. Inga's blood? Hold on a second. That test... huh? That's strange. I didn't get a match. So then, whose blood is it? Derek and Miss Faye weren't wounded as far as we know. And the blood's been wiped up by someone for some reason. Yeah, that's strange too. Mysterious bloodstain added to the court record.
Can we please open the sarcophagus? Ugh. Is there anything else around here? Keeps tilting up, so probably not. Oh wait, can I look at the blood again? There's a blood stain on the floor. It's already been mostly wiped up, but the stain leads all the way to the sarcophagus. Wonder whose blood it is. Wow, what useful information. Better than playing that whole scene again, I guess. And there's the door. Someone could have hid behind these curtains. Here, I'll give it a try. Can you see me now? Well, can you tell I'm hiding here? No, I can't tell at all. That's it! That's the perfect hiding place! I'm sorry, Amy, but I have no interest in Goblin Slayer. Not even, like, a tiny bit. I glanced at it and said, no, that doesn't look interesting. So, I have nothing to add to that. We did it, Apollo! We solved the case! But, you know, I hope you enjoy the anime. Or the season 2 of it, I mean. Sorry to burst your bubble, but Royal Guard searched the tomb high and low right after they stormed in. They said no one else was in here besides the Mr. Inga, Dirk, and Miss Faye. Well, back to the drawing board, I guess. My brilliant deduction, destroyed in 3 sentences. Can never win. I think we covered just about everything. Every nook and every cranny. Maybe we should go over what we've learned so far. For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder, as usual. But instead of the tomb being locked, it was cordoned off by the Royal Guard. And after the murder, no one's found to be hiding inside. Except this frog. Right, in addition, we also know that Dirk's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon. The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have also gotten to the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind. Dirk had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. How convenient. In other words, we've learned nothing. This is not good. What we know so far is things couldn't be worse for our case. And that's still an understatement somehow. Yeah, it's looking pretty grim. Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, Scoot. Nothing wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us the boot? It's just easier if you're not here when his ephemeral holiness arrives. Oh, too late. Dang it. Speak of the devil. And he'll send you down to tickle hell. Prosecutor Salamani! How's it going? Detective Sky, seems you've spoken at length with these two lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them. Yeah, of course! Like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing other than the things they very clearly picked up. Give a lawyer an inch and they'll take a mile. Never forget that. There's that look of distrust again. Hey, Nayuta, do you really believe that Dirk's guilty? And are you seriously gonna prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? And he's gone. Hey, Nayuta, wait! I said wait! Come on, Athena, after him. Huh? Oh, right behind you, I guess. I'm here too. Yeah, don't mind me. It's definitely just outside, right? Now. Nayuta, would you stop already? Please. What do you want? Yep. It's about Dirk. Would you please hear me out? I failed to see why I should. Now if you'll excuse me. Hold it! Hold it? Jeez. Nayuta, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, there's no harm in listening, right? Very well, speak. But make it quick. There's much I must do. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Jeez.
Now, I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? In this world, even? Sadly not in this game. Why does it have to be you? Her Eminence, Queen Garan, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor. She did? That would make it hard to say no. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills. Prosecutorial skills? Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you? You speak of love and sentiment. I guess? I won't really put it that way, but I do not deny such human emotions. But the law is the law. Yeah, probably. Definitely not a word I've really dealt with before, I think. And placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilizations only exist through the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree? No, but the law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise? Come on, Apollo, tell him how wrong he is. But don't you know, wish it wasn't that way? It's pretty weak, Apollo. Why didn't you summon a butterfly? It appears I've wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Prosecutor Sadamari! Whose side are you on? Still spewing empty words devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper. Ah! I know I'm right. But did he have to be so eloquent about his point? Like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words. Apollo, I'd cut back the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to questions like the one you wanted to ask. Nita, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had someone near to Dirk in the palm of his hand. He was using that person along with his hostage as leverage to obtaining the orb. That's news to me. Well, that's what Inga said. Over the phone. You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. My fame, my only, how should I say, insurance, you know, Dirk. What? That someone did to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now, that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to following his demands after he heard that. What do you suppose this special person is? Who do you suppose this special person is? I wouldn't know. My bracelet's reacting. Hey, Nita, about what you just said. Oh no. The ancient words that'll stop his bracelet from working. Ow, 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 ow! My bracelet's crushing my wrist! Ow! That really hurts. What the heck's going on? I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. That bracelet reacts to the anxieties of people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning. I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless. You know, he had the bracelet as a child. Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessings, and also my special magic trick. Looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor Sadamari, Apollo. Good thing I have mine. I'll have to try something else. Ah, you're right. Where's Mr. Wright? We'll have to ask Dirk about this. It appears... You intend to go through with the trial you have no hope of winning. Again. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Nayuta. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Wright. And also you. You know, the guy you haven't beaten. You tell him, Apollo. Yeah, also true. I guess the bracelet was just a keepsake until he met Phoenix. Is he mad? You can never tell with him. Kinda always mad. This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or a vegetable, or an egg yolk. You'd be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold. Mold? That's pretty harsh. I also don't think mold has a soul, but mold did help me in that last case. If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly before it's too late. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm gonna defend Dirk in court. You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you'll excuse me. Prosecutor Sadamani knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty, yet he won't show even an ounce of mercy? Yeah. Yuta, is this the real you? Have you really changed? You really plan on sending Dirk to his death? And also to become a piece of mold or whatever? Do you even hear me? Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore? Be continued. Are we still on investigation? We didn't talk to Dirk. Yes. Are we changing characters? Yep. Alright, fine. I don't know why we're changing characters if Apollo's gonna be in court tomorrow. There you go. Maya passed out right after we left her in the tomb. Found her in the tomb. I feel exhausted. Can't keep my eyes open. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. Doctor says just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, Wright? Are you alright? I'm always alright. Just thinking is all. Glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come here all the way to Kararan to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Scott. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Oh. They're gonna explain how we, get these as Phoenix, huh? Can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I've been so lost without him these past few days, years. You there, the bobbed-head lawyer, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Oh, it's you. I wasn't used to someone else calling him Barbed-head. You're from the Grand Royal Guard, right? I am Lucky, Royal Guard member, and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. Proud of that job, are you? That's, very specific. What does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are a bit... Don't be absurd. I'm here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Kararan. Will you comply? The Queen? What could she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you, but I advise you accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal Shoulder Rubber Lucky, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name's Lucky, La apostrophe key. And all praise the omnipotent Queen Garan, for she has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are about to come with me. You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? Yes, indeed. Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense. She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away. But not through buildings, apparently. Right? I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry.
Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? I hope it's not destroying your hearing. Oh wow. 3D introduction. Ah, Bob the head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgewell. I'm over here now. Thank you. Place still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. Seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? That's kinder than usual. Right! Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence, I'm glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. Huh. It is alright. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Rafe is not looking too good. Guess even she can't bounce back from her father's murder. What can I do for you, Your Eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. We feel we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is we who summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is that a word? Elucidate? Is it true that our husband Inga has been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right, he wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Tom? Ow! That is a lie, I say! Father would have never done such a thing! But he did abduct Maya, that much is... I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense! You'll pay for this, you... Ow! Please, your benevolence! That is quite enough, Rafa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother? What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup. Well, he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason. Secret police? Came up during the High Priest murder trial, too. A neat force under direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. The man was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group. Indeed! Inga turned that once proud force into his private army, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So Your Eminence had no control over them? As much as it shames us to admit it, Kararin is not the unified realm it would appear to be. Wow, could have fooled me. We are truly sorry you have to witness this dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father? But know that Inga could not have become a king simply through our assassination. For in Kararin, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Barbed One, do you recall the man known as Peas, Love, and Understanding? As much as I don't want to, what about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty and ordered the man to steal the orb and cover up the theft. What, coup? I'll take that as a compliment. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sodomani. Silent letters. You know, I have a long history of not caring for them. You know, if I could assassinate all of them, I would gladly do so. I mean, no one's gonna hear them die. They're silent. May prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Yeah, that. Jeez, that was so long ago, and still they haunt me to this day. Every time I have to deal with Mr. Phoenix Wright, silent letters are there to stab me in my toes. That's why I try to tread lightly, but it never works. Now perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. I don't remember that one, but sure. Oh, what a joyous day. Hail to her eminence, Queen Garan, priestess of Garan, yeah. Her spiritual power invoked a blessing, right for the Holy Mother, yeah. I can see how her cronies be elated to prospect. But the queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Father? Rafe, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. Kinda worried. Rather, that incident occurred 23 years ago. One in which Dirk was accused of her assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. Murder by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. Oh, it was you, wasn't it? That event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions. The longest of which was the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our eldest sister, Queen Amara. Interesting, that's her husband's position, at least it was. And when you ascended the throne, you passed the Defense Capability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like that to the Defense Capability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister of Omar. When the infamous villain Dirk Sadamati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right, Dirk used to be a lawyer. How did I forget? Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people, but he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. I see. But when the truth of the fabrication and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. Now why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. Anyways, does it get cold in here? In Kararan, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That's why the Defense Capability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. That's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? That law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you could take this issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Even though if you fail, you'll stink and die. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's a possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there need to be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Let's not get started down this path. Reminds me of someone else. Furthermore, here in Kararan, we have the divination seance. And so it is that we no longer need of lawyers, for the dead do not lie, except for the past, few trials where they absolutely lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've been beaten back false charges twice. Found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yeah, I do take issue with the Defense Capability Act, to say the least. Oh ho ho! Such relentless retort. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It is as though we ourselves are being cross-examined. Oh no, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some feel the Defense Capability Act is a necessary evil at best, but a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. Consider the executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following its passage,
The crime rate here in Karawan dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Capability Act.
Really? Not at all?
Right? Why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all, and also we're surrounded by people who look ready to stab us. About the Founder's Orbs that was said to be exchanged for the hostage, it went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went in the tomb. Wasn't there? I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence.
In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is a matter of the horned youth you were with.
Oh, you must mean Apollo.
From his odd hairstyle, may we assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger brother?
No, you got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood.
Phoenix, why did you mention that? Dirk's Royal Guard.
Your Eminence. What's she whispering in that one guy's ear?
Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now.
Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way.
Yeah, well, he needs the glasses to show that he grew up.
You know, less he looks like, Von Karma, the better.
Where is Francisco?
Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have murder scene investigation covered, so... maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar. Albie's probably around there.
Yeah, glasses make the world go round.
You can never lose the frills. In order to beat Von Karma, you don't lose the frills, you own the frills. You make it clear that it's your thing, not his. No, he hasn't updated autopsies in years. He's fine now. They keep the autopsy clear and cohesive. Unless another prosecutor's there.
Raw. Whoa, what the? Was that a lion?
Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as the warbird.
A bird? That sounds like that?
Just gonna let you know that it's that tiny bird on the right that's making that noise. It's definitely not lion.mp4. Sounds more like a beast than a bird if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff.
Yes, well, can't say I've heard of one quite like that before. I have a bad history with parrots.
It's more than unusual. It's a danger. Extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days, but, you know, there it is.
If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of this bazaar?
It's also bizarre they're just having, you know, just idle chatter. Got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. And it's dead. Ah, was that a gunshot? Starty a PW? What was that, Dats? Pow! The Fire Dragon's newest weapon. I call these puppies Dragon Shot Snaps.
What?
You need those... why? Because of our hard work starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. And on account of that, the regiment's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. And say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest fake murder / suicide or whatever? Probably, yeah. He's pretty close to Larry. But he... I was gonna say he doesn't really get in trouble as much, but... that's not really true, is it? He's not as hopelessly romantic as Larry is. Yeah, I can say that. I don't think he has any romantic interests. Especially ones that get clocked upside the head. People are calling the DCA tragedy and calling a real public uproar. Maybe this means to Rust's death won't be in vain after all. And that because a handful of firecrackers gonna be of help to you guys anyways. Simple! First I supply them to our fellow rebels. Really learns how to read. Quite the firecracker, that one. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake around goons.
Huh? Like this! Boom! Whoa! Whoa! You cut that out. I wasn't in the regiment. I'm not chasing you. Your reaction, that was priceless, BW. Consider it a payback for, almost indicting me of crime. Guess I started that Warbin too. Miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there. You are one of those insurgents, are you not? Yikes! Take that. Whoop. Wow, he jumped pretty hard. And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Bobbed head, your benevolence. What can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup. Yeah, I can understand why you feel like that, but... It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. And how do you know that? I just do. Because the Holy Mother guides me. That's what it is. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe that's just how Rafa expresses her sense of duty. You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom. That's the best news I've heard all day, your benevolence. No one would dare get in the way of Rafa by our side. Humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, Wright. I have more than enough experience walking around with you and your kid. Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. She'll be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it's the last thing I do. Could it be? The reason she's so defensive about Inga is because she's a damage girl? Bobbed head, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me. Wait! She's sure in a hurry. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to this murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. And I don't mean you, Mr. Warbid. Rafe is awfully fired up. Hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. Well, clearly he wasn't. He's dead. He definitely wasn't in control of something. I don't think his coup starts with his death. Although if he was channeled by a spirit medium, that would technically give him spiritual powers. Now we could figure out which one of these buildings houses are Inga's private quarters. That's where we'll find Rafa. That's what I call an extravagant exterior. That's where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step, Wright. That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. Wonder who did this. Huh? I think someone's in there. Father. Is that Princess Rafa? There were still so many things I wish to tell you. Always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Father. Princess Rafa, you in there? Just a moment, I'll be right out. I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence. Maybe you should rest for a minute first. You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you? No, I mean, yes, sorry. I couldn't help overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. You stupid bobbed head. Ow. Did something just flash across the screen? You could have feigned ignorance. As if your brain-to-mouse filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. Now, I assure you, it's active in there, too. Not that bad, Edgeworth. It's just not good to lie. I can bluff, I can't lie. Totally different. Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the Crown Princess waiting. Oh, sorry? This is my father's residence. I have already unlocked it so you can go right in. Oh, and, be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled the whole urn's worth.
Wonder how I got into this area. Do you know what it looked like?
I have better things to do than memorize what some stray dog looks like.
Oh no.
Anyway, it's not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we?
Really hope she's alright. But, I really think the private quarters should be right here. Or right here. I don't know. Why is it at the bottom? He has a gold statue of himself. Why? What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're one to talk.
Bah, this staff keeps getting in the way. Nana?
Hmm?
Oh.
Huh? Where's Dana? Normally.
Hello, I'm here.
Whisper, whisper, whisper. Comes running whenever Rafa calls.
That's right. Nana is.
Nana is what?
Oh well, you, bobbed head. Come, hold this staff for me.
Why me?
Just take it. It's too heavy and I'm tired of holding it.
How does Dana put up with this day in, day out? Nana's not gone, is she? I'll just sit over here for now. I'll just assume Nana's on vacation.
Bobbed head. I, the royal priestess of Kararan, shall share my thoughts on the abduction.
You will?
Listen carefully, for such an opportunities do not come often.
Yeah, of course. You'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share.
My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb, but it was not for the purposes of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake.
For your sake.
The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me.
Right, I see.
Well, do you understand why he did it now?
I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Mr. Inga was kidnapper. And I guess you don't believe he is, do you?
Oh. The information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me, in the story.
Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. I'll probably ask her about that. I mean, we already know that's not true because you have to channel the spirit to get powers, but whatever, it's fine. Your benevolence, I know Nana isn't with you today.
I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again.
A little after 2, that's about an hour before the murder.
Indeed, of all the times for this to be happen. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name.
I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow.
Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them?
Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime.
Nana, I hope she is alright.
Ava seems really worried for Nana. Yeah. Think you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance?
Who else if not I?
I don't know, your mother? Good point. The thing is, divination seances are all about what the victim experienced in their final moments. So tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death, exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Also true. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's 2 children dealing with their fathers tomorrow, huh? Well, glad Trucy's not here. Really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off?
It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to.
No?
Never mind, I misspoke. Divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. It's what I intend to fulfill.
There's that word, duty.
Your benevolence. As crowned princess, you are destined to rule the kingdom one day.
Unless you have a sister.
That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what kind of hat to wear, and what is true and what is false. Most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I'm even up to the task.
Performing the divination seance is very important for the priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Your benevolence, has Nana served you long?
Yes, she's been my beck and call for as long as I remember. I've heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers.
Your diapers? Almost sounds like she could be your mother.
Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nana takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well.
Rafa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nana's teachings?
Nana, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late.
I'm sure she'll be back.
Yes, I suppose Nana would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage.
And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nana's connected this case in some way. Did she get shot? Medicine? The syringe and a vial.
Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable.
That bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then.
Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet.
I know the feeling. I experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own. Here, in fact.
Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial?
Oh, no thanks. Here your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. Huh. Painkiller shots ninja'd into pocket. Not added, ninja'd. Apparently we learned a few tricks.
I thought you didn't want them.
Not ninja'd well enough if Rafa saw us do it. I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. And what is this? Makeup? Most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. And his insignia is carved big and bold right in the lid. And he, for some reason, put it on his cigar. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? That's... We're not gonna take that? That seems like the most important. Some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. Some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in before coming here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old.
And someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon, for our servants clean this room each day. Here in Kararan we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness till the morrow. And my father didn't really take to that.
Mine is, why clean up today while you can leave for tomorrow? Or, you know, leave to Apollo tomorrow. His desk is crammed full of documents. Relatable. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases? Indeed. Something is rotten in the Kingdom of Kararan. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. We're not going to talk about the gold globe just rotating there? It's not going to be a secret compartment where it opens up and reveals something dumb? Alright, let's look at the statue. Ah, it's one gaudy sculpture.
My father sculpted himself from a block of solid gold.
Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? Was also a narcissist? You already knew that. It's pretty detailed. You include that personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Oh. Well, that's nifty. Look! There's a secret safe inside! Oh my! To think such a thing was here all this time! Rats, looks like we need the combination to get in. I wonder what it could be. Oh, we're not gonna talk about the stack of alcohol up there? I mean grape juice? It's one luxurious and comfy looking bed. Slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Karan. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again. Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone. But don't you want to keep these things as a memento to your father? Besides, I don't need a spirit haunting me late at night. Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more? Princess Rafa, I honestly don't know how to answer that. I'd probably be like, don't be silly. He's always with you, you know? This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. Oh, so it is. I thought he just had another suit jacket over it, but that's totally the back of the chair. How narcissistic can you get? Also, did he not have any other coats? That looks really uncomfortable unless that's just all paint. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. This gives me an idea for my own chair. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on. Actually, they served to massage the pressure points in his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see. I wonder if it really works. I feel like that's probably the cause of his back pain. Those pad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Huh? That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this? I'm afraid even I can't answer that. Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of anyways. What a brilliant deduction! One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edward's right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nana, who he must have seen every day? And also, where is she? Any other major thing other than the safe, I guess? Can't open this without the combination, but I doubt Princess Rafa would know it. Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation and come back to this dilemma later. Or get a hammer. If only Dirk was here. He could deal with it. What am I missing? Oh, I didn't even see that. What's this? Jesus Lebel. Why have I heard that before? Never thought I'd see this brand again. Appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair collar. Yeah, I know. Stinking random hair collar guy. Collar jet black. Wonder if Inga was going gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. I was born gray. I was born great. Really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what combination might be, your benevolence? None whatsoever. Looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. It's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates, see what happens. Wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. I don't think it's Rafa's birthday, but I feel like if it's not, she'll get real sad. Do I press the button? Yeah. When's your birthday, Your Benevolence? You're wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday. Ah, come on, it's worth a shot. Fine. December 24th. Oh. You're a present. Christmas Eve? Well, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Hey, look, it opened. Of course it's her birthday. They wouldn't make her sadder. It opened! It did! Yep. Looks like the bottom of the safe was fake. That part I didn't see coming at all. Something meant to mislead the would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by the use of such an easily guessed combination. Why, Father? Why my birth date? Well, we did it. Alright, let's see what's in there. Huh? Looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa. That's it? That's incredibly wholesome. Which seems very out of character. I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There's some other papers in here. Ah! This is the plan for his coup d'etat. Stat. Whatever. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine! The spiritual power I obtained from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, secret police will get to keep a close watch on Garan. What? Give me that! I don't understand. Seems Justice Minister Ingo is plotting the assassination of the Queen. Why would he write it down so clearly? This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother. Poor Rafa. Has to come as a terrible shock in both directions. Like your father loved you undoubtedly, but also hated your mother. How do you even feel at that point? What's this? There's a photo here too. Ah, it's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. To the far left is a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. Wait! That's... Your Benevolence? How could this be? Oh, they didn't do the fainting animation. Princess Rafa! Oh, I'm back. She's looking incredibly pale. Your Benevolence, are you alright? Alright? How can I be alright? Huh? All that I've ever believed. It was all lies. Afraid I don't follow. What are they actually talking about? Can I ask who the woman is in the picture? How should I know? Seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get much more out of her while she's like this. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about these secrets she is hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Uh-oh. Wait! Uh-oh. What was that all about? Like her mind was off somewhere else. Appears the photo really upset her. Wonder who the lady in the picture is. Stop, Shadow! Come back here! Ruff, 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 ruff. Yeah, I knew it was you. Wait, that sounds like... I'll be in Shadow. I'll be your Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot. Well, a foot is a paw in this case. Now's not the time for jokes, right? Alright, fine. Grand Palace, Royal Residence. They don't even give us a time now. Ugh.
Ah! Edgeworth!
Hmm. I hope one of you has a good explanation for this, and doesn't have a camera. Your frills are looking a bit rough there, Edgeworth. But, you know, did he strike you as a dog person? No, wait, there was that one dog of Gumshoes that probably got along with him, right? I don't remember the dog's name.
Ah, I'm so sorry. Aye, Albie. No, Shadow, bad dog. Leave this man's frilly thingamajig alone.
Missile. Thanks, Rana. If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat. But also, I'm impressed with his grip.
But right away, sir. Just hold still and...
And... No, stop pulling like that. You only stretch the fabric.
Come on, Shadow. Let go of his collet. This isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2...
Wait! What are you...
3...
Come on! No! I can't breathe!
I need air!
Well, Edgeworth has been murdered. And, you know... I'm amazed they didn't, like, animate it to be a little longer. At least a little bit. Was named after his own dog, which unfortunately passed. Oh. Rest in peace, Missile. Oh. Were you trying to kill me?
Not intentionally, sir. I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that.
Has that been established before? Maybe for his sake, he stick to one more traditional targets, like cars, or his tail, or...
What's worse, he snuck in here today and stole some weird-looking hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog. You're a very bad dog.
Oh. Wait a second. I've seen that hat before. Albie, can I see that hat again?
Sure.
Wait, isn't this... Are things getting way more convoluted? Isn't this Nana's hat? I thought she disappeared.
Shadow swiped it from someone.
Albie, how exactly did Shadow get this?
Allow me to explain. It all started while we walked through the bazaar today, when suddenly Dats popped out of a manhole.
Yeah! There I am!
Whoa!
Ah, the fangs of the defiant dragons! Ha-me, whoop! That's a rebel is here! Say, you wanna join our cause, kid? We got baked lizards!
Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo's sudden appearance.
You know, first impressions are not Dats's forte. Ruff, ruff. Back! Dog of the Grand Regime!
Huh?
Ah! Wait, it says Dats. That's not right. Ah, but this is my dog, Shadow.
What? No, it's my dog. Get your name tag off of mine.
That's a little weird, but they would miss that. Defiant Dragon Secret Weapon! Dragon Snosh Snaps! Achoo!
Whoa!
Oof. Ah, man, look on your face. That was a classic.
Sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadow and he ran off to the crowds. Shadow, come back here.
I'll teach you, Garand's lapdog. Literally. I guess he was more of a head dog. You there. What do you think you're doing? Ah, crap. Not good.
That's when a policeman came running over and hauled Dats away. And, you know, I guess he got away later. How many times has he been arrested? That happened right around 2 PM if I remember correctly. I'm gonna pretend I know what Dats was trying to do. I chased right after Shadow, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth.
2 PM, hmm? That's about an hour before the minister's death.
Man supposedly went missing after the murder. This was placed here at the palace around 2. Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time, too. Something amazing. What's something amazing? Yeah, I mean, what was it you saw that was so amazing? I saw Her Eminence Queen Garan channeling a spirit. Really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone? You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold sacred rite. Can you tell me more? Of course, I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2 PM today. I got lost on the palace grounds while looking for Shadow.
So he's in the palace?
Oh, what is this place? It gives me the creeps, the heebie-jeebies. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek in the small room, and that's when I saw Queen Garan. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes.
Who did she turn into?
I was so excited I had to take a picture of it.
You took a picture?
I know I shouldn't have, but I just couldn't help myself.
Seeing this in the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint.
Her channeling right in right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me.
Could have been arrested again, you know, and I wouldn't be able to defend you this time.
Yeah, I know. But it was so cool. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it.
I worry about his future sometimes. Come to think of it, how did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyway? Hang on, I need to check something.
That's a different hat.
Not open to commoners after all.
Allow me to explain, again.
At least I think it's a different hat, unless it changes collars.
There's a way to get the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck.
You don't say.
Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged, and there's a hole I can just make it through.
Go on.
Bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here.
Oh, this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know.
No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just, I want to help change this kingdom.
What do you mean?
After Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking, like maybe...
Didn't you call her Miss Maya before?
Maybe there's something I could do to help the revolution too.
Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Kararan's legal system has become.
How utterly foolish to cast away one life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime.
And if I had done so, my wife would rush to my defense. And when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the defense cup. I could not have lived with myself if she'd been convicted because of that fiendish man.
This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom. It has all been... Hello, average Italian, and the mobile remaster isn't out yet. I think, right? Plus, this is the last one, so... Oh, is it already out? Well, if it's not on the computer, then I wouldn't be able to capture it anyways. I thought it was just announced, though, not actually out. Now they have the trailer there, but I'm not gonna bother.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. The Switch one isn't out. Well, that's normal. The Switch versions take, I don't know, months to a year to come out. Must be something weird with their hardware that people have to change stuff up for. Does the Steam one out? I guess I can look. Mm-hmm. That would be this one as well. Let's see. Chronicles. No, it doesn't look like it's on Steam yet. Although Chronicles is, and the original trilogy, of course. If you haven't played Chronicles or seen it, it's also pretty good, though it has none of these characters. It's in the far, far past. DC Act led to the false charge against Maya and the High Priestess' suicide. That trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. Maybe they'll stop wishing me to die. Seems like even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter. Yeah, well, I can't really capture stuff on my phone. I knew there had to be something I could do to him. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking. Maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. I just want to do my part. The spirit... spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young. Right, the momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. Just a matter of when. I agree. Public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. But I'll be danged. Can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right. I don't know what BlueStacks means. Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief like stealing food. And when I say you, I mean Shadow. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it's a mobile emulator. I mean, I'll be totally honest, I don't think my phone could run that. Whoops, I dropped it. Simulates a phone inside your PC. Oh. Oh, okay. Huh. I mean, I guess I could have done that, but... I don't know, just using the 3DS one's probably good enough. Yeah, I'm sure. The Citra's pretty demanding. I doubt a mobile one would be that demanding. Of course, I don't know how many mobile games you'd have to play that don't require online stuff. Yeah, mine barely plays Citra. Like, if this was a more action-y game, it would be bugging out, but, you know. Nice try, Albie, but the proof is literally right in front of us. Do I have to... Okay, I have to present the... something? Do I have to look at it? Albie, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Because their benevolence told me something rather interesting. Be careful, some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. Really, Trona? Huh. I wonder why. Like, maybe there's just something weird you have to do. But extremely poorly. Huh. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but... Citra seems like the most demanding one. At least the one emulators I've tried. Dingbat dog. That's right, the Yappy Mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. The dingbat dogs you mentioned wouldn't have to be Shadow, would it? Oh. I guess the dog's out of the bag. Literally. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that. Nah, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. Lawyer or no. Let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie? Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. What is that supposed to mean? Think all Americans have weird haircuts, or just my friends? Really now? Edgeworth, your haircut's not that weird, right? No, of course, my haircut's perfect. Seems your little friend thinks of us all Americans have strange hairstyles. I suppose we have you to thank for that, right? So, what exactly did their hair look like? There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like an antennae. Then there was a lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg. It's not exactly what I would have gone with. Did they know what crabs look like? I would have gone with crab. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing through the bazaar with the Grand Royal Guard in hot pursuit. Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure. It's probably because I, told them that Apollo was Dirk's son. I just hope they're all right. I have my suspicions, but I hope they're all right. Sorry for not mentioning before. It just kind of slipped my mind. To be continued. Little tip for anyone dealing with royal pains. If you know someone's parents are criminals, don't let someone know who their parents are. Throwing that out there. Also, geez, this might be the longest investigation day. And we're back to Apollo. 1 second. I don't have to change this. I also kind of figured we would go to Athena. Just to keep them all invested in this. There we go. Ta-da! But nope, we're back to Apollo.
Huff, puff, huff, puff. Those guys sure are persistent.
Huff, puff, huff, puff. Yeah, they even wore me out, and that doesn't happen often.
Why are they after us anyway?
Oh, Apollo, it's the real guards again.
Ah, quick, hide.
Come out wherever you are. Hey, where'd Hornhead and Spidey Hair go? I guess it would be Ribbon Head or Wire Head, not Spidey Head. I never really thought Spider Leg when I looked at Athena.
Spidey Hair? They're not talking about me, are they? Is that a trick question?
We know you're hiding somewhere around here. Ah.
Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just... Yeah, it did. It's called a warbird. And you know what? I'll tell you about it later, when we're not being chased by masked men.
Come out, wherever you are. Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you.
Figures they're after the orb.
I don't know what they'll do to us if we were captured. They grill us on those obnoxious loud voices. I'd cave after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, truth or no. Come out now, you foreign devils. This has gone far enough. You must not keep her eminence waiting any longer. Shut up.
We gotta get out of here. Must be a safe place to hide somewhere.
Why are we now just standing in the open? Yeah, obviously we have to go...
Look, a manhole! Ah, that's right, a manhole!
Say, son, do you remember my office?
Sure.
You remember that messy, dimly lit room? The file of the Master of Mars assassination is kept there. I think it might help you in this case. Do you remember how to get there?
Athena, I know where we can hide. Follow me.
Oh, where are we going? Ah. But wait, you're not seriously talking about going down there. It smells like rotten eggs. And are those rats I hear?
Got no choice.
Get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in.
Quick before it's too late.
It's gonna take forever to get this stench out of my hair. And also Widget. Do you see spider legs when you look at Athena's hair? I think she needs, like 6 more legs. Looks like we lost him. That was close.
Dirk's office.
How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena all huddled over in the corner like that? Ah!
That's... AJ, what the heck are you doing here? Grand's Royal Guards are after us. Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, Regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax for now. Good, but since when am I part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. Don't worry, I stamped your name for you.
Apollo! How's it going?
Mr. Wright, what are you doing here? And how?
Saw you two go into that manhole. You weren't very secretive about it. You narrowly escaped the gods' notice. I'm here too, and I'm not happy about going through the sewer.
Like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand. I guess that was closer to shave than I had thought. Anyway, you're safe and sound now, that's what really counts.
Oh, I also have some evidence for you. Here you go.
Thanks, Mr. Wright.
Oh, I guess we're still going to be the lawyer? Alright. So what's this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyway?
It's the Defiance Dragon safe house, also known as the former Sanamani law offices.
I see. Well, though it may just be happenstance, here I am, chief prosecutor hiding out in a rebel base.
Please don't report this place to the local police, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena, stop moping over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. There's a sink in the kitchen, full of spiders, and if you're lucky, maybe even some soap. And if that doesn't do it for you, there's a river I almost died in outside. I'm sorry I even asked.
Also, I'm here.
That's, you guys are still using this office, I see.
Yep, except now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons. Weird how there's only me and Dirk, though. Isn't that right? As Dirk said, and I quote, "You must keep it for the day when Kurarin needs lawyers once more." Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. Can tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else about that might interest you. Then he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday.
Take over me?
Those were his words. May have been half joking, though. You know how it is with him. Dirk, guess what I heard from PW? AJ's become a lawyer. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Dirk. I'm not so sure about that. I imagine he's already forgotten about me. What are you talking about? I bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps, as big as they are. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Kararan and take over this office. Just a pipe dream, though.
Dirk really said that.
Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad, except for when he had his hands on your shoulder in that picture. Not a day went by he wasn't thinking of you, that much I'm sure of.
Doesn't get more paternal than that. Dirk, and to think, I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free.
Well. What is this thing again?
That's what's with the altar.
That's where we pay our respects to the victims of the Defense Culpability Act. DC Act is a hideous law that puts innocent people to death.
Law is supposed to protect the people, sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane.
We didn't hear about trust in me?
This is Dirk's old law book.
Look, there's a mark on the cover. Looks like it was branded with the hot iron.
Yeah, I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. Entry on the DC Act right here, see?
Oh, so this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys are always talking about. Can we take his coat?
Dirk's jacket.
You should try it on, Apollo. It might actually suit you. No, don't.
Really?
Yeah, there's also a spare eye patch there. Why don't you try that on too? I heard you cover your eye up once. Sorry. Just picturing you and all that. It's just too funny.
Ow, my pride.
So rude. I mean, he basically was wearing that in the last game. It was just someone else's jacket.
Sodomati Law Offices, the sign Dirk used to display out front. Hey, Dats. Heard the office used quite a bit of business. Used to get. That it did. Dirk was a famous lawyer with countless courtroom victories, after all. He was the dauntless dragon who turned trials upside down, snatching victories away from the jaw of defeat. His fame as a lawyer spread far and wide across Kararan back in the day. I hope the day comes when he can proudly display this sign again. Oh yeah, there's a new book here. Wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings. Needs to be a collection of documents, information on Amara's assassination. But this is what Dirk was talking about. The arson incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. Glad you know most of the stuff here on top. Let's see what else there is. I mean, I didn't know about the fingerprints thing. Wow, where'd you get all this? Anything important here? Huh, what about this? Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in the incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. Huh. I see. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in the incident and lost his life. What? This is about your father, Apollo. Looks like it. I was never told much more than what's written here, and there's a spider. Looks just like your hair. Really? How come? Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought Dirk was my dad. I never really brought it up. Oh, I see. Still, I feel kind of sorry for your real dad. My real dad. I was never really interested in learning about him. After seeing his picture, I can't help but be a little curious. I wonder if Dats could tell me anything about him. Paul, this file looks like it might be useful. There's so many pages, I can't tell what's important. You need to get someone to help organize all of this. And I think I know just the person to ask. Anyone but Dats, please. Huh? Who's the kid? Wait a second, that's you, Apollo! I'd recognize those horns anywhere. Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me? I mean, I recognized your red shirt first. I can't really see the bracelet. You were so cute. And who's that fine-looking young man? That's Nayuta, back when he used to smile. Wow, his smile's absolutely angelic. Sure brings back memories. That was taken the day we all went fishing, and you guys almost died. What was Prosecutor Sadambani like when he was younger? He was kinda quiet, but passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to change Kararan for the better. But now he's nothing more than Garan's lackey. Seems like Dats has a lot to say about Nayuta. I'll ask him about his thoughts later. Scary looking knife sticking out of the Queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Defiant Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw the knife at it and whiffed, thinking it had been stuck right between her eyes. This wasn't on purpose? I don't know if I believe him. Why would you throw a knife at a fly? I mean, I tried it, but it didn't work. Dad, wasn't Nayuta once part of the Defiant Dragons? Yep, he was Rising Star in the Resistance. He vowed to fight the cause through a legal system. Then he became prosecutor and give Inga and Garan the smackdown they deserved. And now he's... yeah, it is Dats. Yeah, a puppet of the Garan regime. Not only that, but now he's gonna prosecute his own dad. Doesn't add up! Wonder what happened to him. Me too, but if I had to guess, I'd say Garan has some serious leverage over him. Leverage? Like what? Wish I knew. Seems like Dirk knows. Tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. Come to think of it, Dirk did say. Nayuta is suffering? Yes. He knows the rightful state of Kararan's legal system. But something forces him to bend to Garon's will and is tearing him apart. Of course, if Dirk threw the knife, I bet he would have hit the fly and split it in half. If that's the case, I bet the unit doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. Alright, what else am I missing? I already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look. Alright, never mind. Oop. Do you have anything to say about this? Yeah, it's about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are most relevant? Yep, sure can. Got the whole thing memorized. Look at this page. Definitely worth a look. Oh, that's right. Prosecutor Sadamani was part of the royal family, wasn't he? Yep, but he was expelled after the whole thing with Dirk happened. He must have gone through the hell once he entered the legal world, though. Because the sins of the father are visited upon the children, right? Right? Yep, in the eyes of the people, Dirk's not only a traitor to his kingdom, he's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. So as his son, Yudi no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn. Must have been really hard on him. Yeah, the ties between father and son aren't something you could break, even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, tears, and a lot of butterflies. I mean, look at him now. He's a stellar prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, pride and joy of Kararan. Now that's the Nayuta I know. Super smart, never willing to give in. Even when it's very clear that he has lost the case. Must have studied and fought like his life depended on to get where he is today. I'll actually go back and read what that said. Son of the terrorist Dirk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea of the sins of the father visited upon the children deeply rooted in the minds of Guranese people. Okay. It's the exact same thing they just said. Yeah, the mark of the dragon. That's the symbol of our group, the Defiant Dragons. Dirk has the same mark tattooed on his palm of his hand, right? Yep, I got one too. Really? Where? On my heart. No, you meant metaphorically. No, literally. Like you're ready to die any time with the cause or something like that. Yeah, you got that right. Dead or alive, I'll always be a defiant dragon. But also, I literally got it tattooed on my heart. It was a very dangerous situation. You recognize this? Ah! What? You know something about this? Nope. Just felt like shouting is all. You had me going there for a second. Go to my dad? Yeah, so I wanted to ask you about this picture. That's the picture of your pops that Dirk found. He had a heck of a time tracking it down. Then he searched for it all over for it. Why? Why would he go through all that trouble? Stats, please tell us everything you know about Apollo's dad. Alright, I don't care. You know what my biological father was like? Dirk once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels or whatever. I also has some information on your real dad. It says he died in the blaze of Queen Amara's residence 23 years ago. That's right. Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who can become fast friends with just about anyone. Seems your pops was like that too, AJ. Hit it off at the bar. Next thing you know, Dirk asked him to packed him over to pay some dues. Then the place went up in flames. Yeah, Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you were still just a baby. I remember hearing about that when I was little. Yeah, it was crying shame. Literally, you were crying a huge wave. Shame you couldn't put out the fire. Your pops just happened to take you along that day. So you were there with him when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you. Like Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life. All your pop stuff got burned up, including anything that could have helped us identify him. All we knew about him first was a stage name, Jangly Justice or something like that. Dirk did everything he could just to dig up what little we know. What about my mother? Do you know anything about her? That's an awkward topic. All we know is she was traveling with your pops. That day she was off doing something on her own. Then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk, huh? She must have been desperate to find you and your father once you've gone missing. No doubt, but the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. Police were all so overwhelmed they probably hardly have any help to her. We searched and searched till our legs gave out too, but we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burned up, we had 0 leads, not even a photo. That's how I became an orphan. Yeah, who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of fire in the newspaper. Maybe she figured you'd die along with your pops. Wow, I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo. I mean, I didn't.
You believe me? You believe my son's innocence? I don't know who was just talking.
Your poor son, in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and a declaration of innocence.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm forever in your debt.
Eh? Who's that? Hey there, Mr. B. Have you been missing me? Out of work, I see. Yes, I have my own battle I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act.
Mission me, please don't forget about our case too.
I won't. I will look into it as soon as I am able.
Dats, what's Missing Me doing here?
She's lending an ear to all those suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. Lady whose husband been imprisoned, parents whose son's been falsely charged, a cat who had his stack stolen. She's helping all those types of people.
She's trying to help the revolution along, in her own special way.
Yep. Thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who've been unhappy with the regime have been waiting just for this chance, and starting to speak up in support of us.
People are responding. The grassroots movement is growing. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true.
What should we do about the Founder's Orb? Probably run into the Royal Guards again the moment we leave this place.
Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something.
I've got it.
You hold on to it, Dats. You seem trustworthy. You won't lose it, or use it as a bowling ball or something.
No problem. I prefer baseball anyways.
Should be safe here, right?
You can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice.
Founder's Orb left with Dats. We'll never see it again.
When now, Apollo?
Well, we got our handle on what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. Something I want to show him. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large of a group. And I like this Dats character. He reminds me of someone. Someone who's the butt of a joke. Ta-da. Hey there, son. Come to see your old man again.
Hey, Dirk. Guess they're done questioning?
Yeah, you'd think Nayuta might have cut his old man a little slack, but no. He really laid into me. Seems they're really keen on recovering the Founder's Orb. When I wouldn't tell them where it was, he confiscated what few possessions I had left. Not my eye patch, though.
Wait, Dirk's not wearing his attorney's badge. They even took that from him?
He confiscated all my prized jailbreaking tools.
What'd you expect? I mean, no prosecutor in the right mind would let a prisoner keep stuff like that. Did he take your attorney's badge too?
No, I thought it strange, but just when I looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind.
Wonder why?
Indeed. I find it hard to understand anything he does these days.
Then why is it not around his neck? Your Chinese attorney's badge. You wore it all these years. Even though the lawyers are gone.
Yes, because the dragon's eye is the embodiment of my creed.
Show the world that a dragon never yields, huh?
Don't dragons typically have, like, the slitted eyes? Not the wide, round eyes?
Hey, Dirk, why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right?
This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream, not until the very last breath. A dragon never yields, right? Exactly. Ayuda, Apollo, I vow to restore Karanin's legal system right to a rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. Or, you know, just go to America. I'm sure there's no problems there, right? Apollo?
Always saying stuff like that to the two of us. Yuta, the reason why you didn't take Dirk's badge? Does you still remember those talks too? I really hope that's what it is. You didn't just think it was some weird bug. Son, would you keep my badge for me? Are you sure? Can't take something so important to you. That's exactly why I want you to hold on to it, Apollo. I'm placing my fate in your hands. Alright. Make sure it stays safe. I guess I should have gotten rid of the imprisoned Maya in the corner, but who cares? I just looked at the bars and was like, oh yeah, he's in jail now, not her. Tell me about my dad. That's the only remaining photo of your father. Take good care of it. I will. I'm just surprised to see it after all these years. I had a tough time tracking it down and retrieving it. Taken by some European tourists who just happened to be watching your father. I had one of my men go to Europe to look them up and ask whether we could have it. You went through all that trouble? I did. So don't go losing it or anything. Said I'd take good care of it, didn't I? Jeez. Yeah, about this? Found this in the tomb. Look familiar? Ah! That's... Dirk? Where did you find it? Down between the monk statues in the tomb. Is it yours, Dirk?
Oh, it's something I bought.
Huh? How's he suddenly acting all awkward?
I wonder when I lost it. Maybe it was, I don't know, 23 years ago. Let's have it. It's very important to me.
Of course. I'll just make a note about it for future reference. Suspicious. Apollo, remember how Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk? Why don't you ask about that? Oh, right. Thanks. I'll give it a try. But why I needed you to remind me? Why didn't you just ask him? Why did the minister mean when he said he had someone dear to you in the palm of his hand? Who was he talking about? You seemed to know, but he wouldn't tell me anything.
Well, I have no idea, so...
Well, you obediently followed his every word after he said that. It seems to me the minister was in close proximity to someone you really care about.
Oh, it was, the dog, yeah.
Someone you really care about that isn't Nayuta? Wait, don't tell me. Is there a new lady in your life, Dirk?
What? Don't be ridiculous, son.
Alright.
Love of my life was Amara, but she's gone now and there will never be another.
My bracelet! Wait, does this mean... Dirk, have you really not met someone new? And you don't have magical sealing powers or whatever the Yuta does. It's probably this hand. Wait, I can't even see that hand. It's under the bench. Why do I even have the option to stop?
Gotcha!
Seem uneasy, Dirk. Wait, don't tell me you're ashamed because she's much younger than you?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm just getting tense because of your intrusive questions. Anyone would react the same way, son.
I guess that's not it. Still, my bracelet reacted. I know he must be hiding something. So it wasn't that he stopped. He just does that automatically. Did they actually put a chair behind him? Or... No, I think that's just more of his code, isn't it? It's very subtle, or I'm just not looking at it.
What am I missing here? Hey, is it that he's rubbing his chin?
Gotcha!
Same thing. What am I missing? I don't think anyone could have a tell on their elbow, right? Ah, I see. This?
Gotcha!
I was looking at his fingers, not his wrist.
Dirk, it seemed tense when you said that Amara was gone now. To the point where your arm was moving around.
What are you talking about?
You're hiding something up your sleeve. And not your arm, I mean.
Huh? Well, what's with these wild allegations? I'm not hiding a thing. My arm had an itch, that's all.
Itchy arm, my butt. I'll just have to take an extra close look at his tics. And confront him with something he can't explain his way out of.
Gotcha!
He has a stain on his arm?
Derek, you can't fool me. Tensed up when you said, but she's gone now. You consciously moved your arm, causing something to press up against your jacket.
When did you get so percent? How did you do that?
Oh, so that's it. You're hiding a woman's photo up your sleeve. You don't have to keep secrets like that from me, Dirk. You're an eligible bachelor now, but you'll introduce her to me at some point, right?
I keep telling you, there's no other woman.
Fine, let's see it. What are you hiding up your sleeve?
It's just this. Satisfied?
Huh? That's the pendant we found in Amara's tomb.
Ah, so this is why they wanted you to present that first. See? I wasn't trying to hide anything.
Then why did he tense up? Derek, let me take a look at that.
Dang it. Got it.
Hey, what's this button for?
Click. Whoa!
It's a picture of Dirk and some lady. Really young looking, too. Mon Dieu! Are you into younger women, Dirk?
No, that was from years ago.
Dirk, you old dog, you. You got yourself a younger lover.
Will you stop with this nonsense? This is Amara before she died. If you look closer, you'll see I was younger too. I mean, kind of.
Hey, you're right. Aw, that's no fun. Wait a second. Haven't you seen this woman before?
I was younger too, and had 2 eyes, yes.
Now that you mention it, isn't this woman the same one in the pendants photo?
I mean, you didn't see this one, but we'll just assume.
Take that!
The one in the pendants photo is also the one in this photo.
Apollo, where did you get this?
From the safe in Inga's room.
Or rather, Mr. Wright did, but yeah, don't worry about that. Apollo, if this is Queen Amara, it had to have been taken at least 23 years ago. That's just not possible.
Yeah, I just noticed the same thing. Here's why this photo couldn't have been 23 years old.
The baby?
Take that!
I don't see how that proves anything.
Look closer. Doesn't that part look, you know, kind of modern?
I don't know about that. Maybe you don't know what's considered new and hip these days, Apollo. This photo's at least 23 years old. I don't know how you could say otherwise.
That's where you're wrong, Dirk. Something in this photo that couldn't have existed back then.
Alright. I figured it was the book, but...
Take that!
Take a look at the law book. It has the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. That mark didn't exist till after you started your revolutionary activities, Dirk.
No, it's not the lamp.
Everybody loves the lamp. This photo must have been taken after Garan came into power. That didn't happen till after Amara was assassinated.
Good.
So then, how could Amara even be in this photo? Wait a second. That would mean that Amara is still alive?
Looks like you found me out, son.
Wait, so it's actually true? Dirk! What do you mean Amara's still alive? I thought she'd been assassinated.
So did I. But it seems she made it out alive, only to be held captive by the Grand Regiment.
Why would they do that?
When I fled from the law and went underground 23 years ago, I heard some shocking news from a defiant dragon spy. There were rumors of Queen Amara being sighted in the palace.
Those rumors turned out to be true?
Yes. I snuck into the palace to see for myself. She was confined within the ground, but otherwise she was as fit as a fiddle.
So then, the sarcophagus in the tomb is empty?
Well, I assume the killer's probably in there right now. The entire tomb is one big charade. Garan had it built to stage Amara's death.
So we're not gonna be cursed by her vengeful spirit? Phew, that's a relief.
She was being held under virtual house arrest. So I freed her and we made a run for it. This photo was taken back then.
Look how they're both grinning from ear to ear. Huh? There's a fingerprint on the metal part. Guess Dirk must have left it by accident. Oh, Mr. Sadamani, I want to hear all about how you ran away with Queen Amara. Surprised that Amara agreed to run away with you. I mean, Garan must have told her that you tried to kill her.
I tried to convince her that I wasn't the one who set up the blaze.
And she believed you?
She said, and I quote, "I shall accompany you so I may ascertain the truth myself." She always was a tough one to read.
I bet she was thrilled you came to her rescue, Mr. Sadamani. To be set free by your beloved. It's like something out of a fairy tale.
Yeah, well, there was no happily ever after once Garan's people caught up with us. They took Amara away to who knows where. I snuck back into the palace and searched high and low for her, but to no avail. They probably moved her to some remote mountains prison or the like.
Dirk, does Nayuta know about this?
He knows she's his true mother. I told him as much.
Wait, is that why Nayuta is following Garan's orders?
Most likely.
So then, do you think that deep down he doesn't really want to prosecute you?
Well, he's not one to show his feelings. And lately, I've had no idea what he's thinking. Apollo, you need to grill the queen about Amara when we have the chance.
I was wondering about something. The little baby the lady's holding. About Prosecutor Sadamani?
That'd be impossible.
Not necessarily. Because, well, just be me. After all, we're only 1 year apart. I don't know. I mean, the kid in the picture is too cute to be you. Let's settle this by asking Dirk himself.
Yeah, I'll just accept that one, I guess.
Athena's so mean sometimes. Dirk, about the cute little kid in this photo. Is that me?
Huh? What are you talking about? It's not cute enough to be you. He definitely was born with his horns.
See, I told you it's Prosecutor Sadamati.
Huh? Oh, I see. Well, either way, it's not you, son.
So then, if it's Nayuta, it was taken when he was about a year old, right? And that would mean you ran away with Amara around 22 or 23 years ago?
Hmm? You're pretty good with numbers, son. Impressive.
What kind of answer is that?
Where you go, son? There's something else I need to tell you. Something important.
What is it, Dirk? Never seen you act so serious before.
That's not true.
What's this something important you have to tell me and couldn't just do right away? Listen, son. Even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. Huh? What are you talking about? What I mean is, I can already hear the Twilight Realm calling my name. There's no escaping death now that has its sights set on me. What? Is this another one of your jokes? I wish it was. Can't fool me, Dirk. Huh? That's strange. Why isn't my bracelet reacting? Oh no. Are you sick? It's something like that. You're not joking? I'm afraid not, son. I'm sorry. Isn't there a cure? Or at least some sort of treatment? Unfortunately not. Not for what I've got. I've got the bleed a lot syndrome. I'm constantly bleeding. Why do you think the inside of my coat's red? Need some kind of surgery. I'll work hard until I can pay for it. So please. It's too late. Nothing more to be done now. But you always say a dragon never yields. Why you give it up now? Apollo, I'm sorry. I really am. I don't understand. Why is this happening, Dirk? Why? Listen, Apollo. Got a favor to ask of you. Would you keep quiet about this? I don't want my fellow dragons to find out. They'd lose all hope if they knew I was dying. Would you do that for me? No. Of course. Why is this happening now? It's when I was finally starting to feel like you really are my dad. I thought this time we'd finally... But now... Dang it. Why? Apollo. Listen, son. I don't have much longer to live. But I'll never let them execute me. Not before I finish what I need to do. I know, Dirk. No way I'm gonna let them prove you guilty. Before he goes, I'm gonna turn back time by righting the wrongs that have been done. No, son. Time travel is more legal than anything I've ever done. I'm gonna restore Dirk's freedom. And return a real smile to Nayuta's face. I'm gonna win this case. I just have to. Son, I have one more big secret. What? Something else you've been hiding from me? I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Forgive me. You'll just have to find out for yourself. That's the only way. I don't understand, Dirk. Yeah, that's how this goes. Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all! Dirk, what's he talking about? His dad's wearing a hat. It does look like he has a horn. It's just kind of slanted down because of the hat. But it's definitely something hiding in front of his nose. Or laying in front of his nose. Yeah. Although Apollo's could probably, like, lift the hat up. I mean, it could be from his mother, but... You know, Trucy doesn't have those, does she? Also, do we have Trucy's profile? We do. I mean, she's also wearing a hat, so... Anything is possible. Why is Trucy's profile here? She's in another country. I don't remember what she looks like without her hat. I don't like that Maya's little bun isn't there. Wait, not gonna reveal that he actually is the killer, is he? Looks like we've run out of things to discuss. Apollo, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm... Free him now! Release Dirk! What's going on out there?
Sounds like the party's getting started without me. Huh? Coming from the temple. Let's go, Apollo, and take a look. Gee, I wonder what could be happening. This will be the one time that everyone's on our side. Whoa, what is all this? Oh, anime. Go, boom! That's pretty accurate to what I was had it sound like.
What are they?
Huh?
Well, look at that. People are coming to take their courts back.
My computer can't run the audio very well, though.
Don't hold back, man.
Sorry for the popping. The fangs of the dragon! Were his lips always like that? Dirk belongs to the people. Give him back. Yeah, where are you holding him? Quiet down, you. And my big sister too, but she didn't do anything wrong. Ouch, ouch, stop pulling my hair. Release my son. Release him now. Ah, stop that. No biting. This is a civil war. This is a civil war. This is really something. And it looks like Dats and Miss Simi are leading the charge. Because there are no other rebels. You unenlightened fools. Do you honestly think this will change anything? Yodi! Why do you keep serving that witch Garan? Ah, it's... Hey, Nayuta, how's it going? You again. What's going on here? It would appear that the insurgents are fanning the flames of rebellion. But I never thought it would grow so large. However, they will all be under arrest shortly. Reinforcements are almost here. They'll be arrested just for protesting? They are aiding and abetting a criminal by seeking his release. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, has ordered they be arrested and judged en masse. But weren't you once a member of the Defiant Dragons too? How can you go along with this? I am simply following the orders that Her Eminence has handed down. Nah, it can't be as simple as that. Listen, Yuta. Something I want to talk to you about. Hey! You're not getting away this time. We need to talk. I see there's no reasoning with you. Very well then. Speak. Yuta, do you really have to serve as prosecutor in Dirk's case? I mean, prosecuting your own flesh and blood. Just not right. Again with this drivel. Your ethical standards are not be-all end-all of the world around you. Not getting another debate with him. Yuta, did you know that Dirk is sick? What? Apparently doesn't have that much longer to live. If found guilty, he probably wouldn't even make it until his execution day. What are you talking about? Knowing this, are you still prepared to send an already dying man to his grave? Well, enough with the Zen Monk Act, Nayuta. Tell me how you really feel. Otherwise, you'll get some justice, Mr. Justice. Each person is born with a role to fulfill, and I must fulfill mine. I'm not convinced that taking Dirk to the trial is part of your lot in life. Why you've been at Garan's every beck and call? I think I might have the answer. It's your mum. Nayuta, you know the truth about your mother, don't you? Oh, the former queen is still alive and being held somewhere. So Dirk told you, did he? Yes, it's true. My mother was spirited away to some remote corner of this kingdom. Keep her safe from harm. Safe from harm? Dirk said the Garan Regiment is holding her captive. No, they are keeping her safe. You don't know where Mara is being held. I only know that it's some secluded hideaway where visitors are not allowed. So you haven't even seen her. Like, do you know if she's alive? I heard she leads a simple life akin to the Mosaic disciples. It sounds like she's being held captive to me. Listen, Nayuta. Are you really doing the Queen's bidding? Because she's holding Amara captive? This whole thing with Dirk, you know he didn't really kill Inga, don't you? Dirk doesn't have much longer to live, so I want to help him however I can. This time it's our turn. Hiccup, hiccup. Yeah, you could have been killed. But you risk your life to save us. Why? What a silly question. What father wouldn't risk his life to save his own children? Nayuta, Apollo, don't you ever hesitate to call when you need me. Understand? It's our turn to help Dirk however we can. What you speak of is futile. Let it go and move on. The guilty verdict, the hopelessness, you must resign yourself to it all. Clinging to false hope now will only serve to magnify your future despair. So let it go and move on. Yuta, you really gonna just roll over on this? I have no more time for idle chatter. I must prepare for tomorrow's trial. Now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Rebels, I'd like to come through. Apollo, I sense a whirlpool of emotions coming from within Prosecutor Sanamai just now. Anger, shock, bewilderment, and icy sorrow as deep and dark as an abyss. Yeah, I picked up on that too. Didn't need your fancy robot ears. Looks like Dirk really won't be the only one who'll need my help tomorrow. I think it's about time to pay Queen Garan another visit, and ask her about her sister, Amar. That doesn't seem like a very good idea at all, but let's do it. He has a bit too much trust, I think. We're gonna be surrounded with her guards. She could very well just easily kill us. Never mind, no one's here. Royal Guard isn't around. That is utter hooey! Cannot continue to see people like that. Rafa, justice is much more than simply speaking the truth. It's not. That Princess Rafa and Queen Garan over there? You deceive me too, Mother. How can I ever believe a word you would say again? You nincompoop! For the first time, I feel wounded. Your benevolence. I, couldn't help it over here. Every time with you. You impudent. Ow! Why is it always me? You okay, Mr. Wright? Can't believe she actually punched you. Punched you? From that noise, I thought she was hitting him with their staff. Yeah, I'm used to it by now. What's the matter with the princess? It sounded like she was arguing with her mother. Maybe it has something to do with this picture. Rafa said she had asked her mother about some secret or another as soon as she saw it. So then, does that mean Princess Rafa knows what really happened? No, that was Phoenix. That Amara was an assassin but still very much alive? It seems so, she doesn't seem to be taking Garan's lies very well. That's no surprise, considering how much Rafa reveres her mother. That would definitely cause her a great deal of anguish and sadness. Eavesdropping, are we? How very rude. You there. Are you not Dirk's son? Nice to meet you, Your Eminence. We're actually here to speak with you, if you could spare a moment. I mean, I guess. Your Eminence, Dirk told me about Amara. About how she's, still alive, that is? We know not of what you speak. After Dirk learned Amara was still alive, he rescued her and they ran off together. But she was captured and remains captive in a secret location to this day. As for Nayuta doing your bidding, it's only because Amara's life's in your hands. Oh, what an active imagination you have. Ha! I thought you guys weren't here. Hello, you're a comedian. Now tell droll. Oh, where'd they come from? Anyway, if she's gonna play dumb, I'll have to jog her memory with some evidence. Your Eminence, I ask that you take a look at this photo. Try not to laugh. Why, that's the photo of Amara. And here you can see a law book bearing the mark of the Defiant Dragons. I believe you know what that means. Nope. Not a clue. Very well. Royal Guards, stand down. Yes, Your Eminence. Your wish is our command. Goodbye. Seems there's no need to perpetuate this charade any longer. We shall speak of all we know. Well, that was easy. Amara's alive? Amara's alive! Wow. So then, you admit that Amara's still alive?
Yes, she's under our protection in a safe location. Think you mean being held prisoner. And where is she being kept? Now why would we tell the son of a traitor that? Yes, she has a point there. What about this guy? Now heed our warning, horned head. It would not be wise to inform the people that Amara yet lives. It would only serve to plunge the public order into chaos. I have no intention of doing that. Besides, there are real terrorists out there who might try to kill her. Good. Now, there's something we have been meaning to ask you. Do you know what has become of the Founder's Orb? I threw it away. The Founder's Orb went missing after Dirk took it to the tomb. As his son, we thought you might know something of its current whereabouts. I knew it. Suppose I should thank you for that free running tour of Kararan. That was the Royal Guard's own doing. Nice try, lady. Now you're definitely not getting the orb ever. Why do you want the orb so badly anyway? Because it would be most dangerous in the wrong hands. It must be recovered. The legend true? Can the orb really impart spiritual power? You worry that someone could actually overthrow you with it. The Holy Mother's power is without equal. Should Her Holiness once again return to our world, she could conceivably bestow great power upon the one who unlocked the orb's secret. I guess that makes sense, considering spirit channeling is a fact of life here. So we ask you, Horn Devil, did you receive the Founder's Orb from Dirk? Does it look like I did? So you like to play games, do you? Royal Guard! Yes, Your Eminence. Search this devil and his belongings. At once, Your Eminence. Don't move, you're only making this harder on yourself. Yikes, hey, cut it out. Ah, what the... No, they're going through my court record. Apollo, don't strip here. Stop resisting, just submit to our strip search already. No, wait, hey, cut it out. You happy now? Jeez. Rest in pieces, my poor, tattered dignity. No sound of the Founder's Orb, Your Eminence. So, you have hidden it somewhere? No matter. We shall recover it one way or another once you are found guilty of abetting the accused. Dirk is right. She really is bent on getting the orb. Mother! Looks like the princess is back. I took a stroll to calm myself, but... I still find the situation unacceptable. The people must be informed about Queen Amara. So she does know about that. Me. Rafa, you do not yet possess a clear grasp of how a government and its people interact. There will always be secrets that must be kept from the ignorant masses. You have little faith in our people, Mother, but it is the royal priest's duty to always speak the truth. And as such, I cannot remain silent. I will not. Ha! The truth, you say? Your mind has been poisoned by the barbed one. It was an honor and a pleasure, Your Eminence. Well, you can write down Sasta Queen as one of Phoenix's achievements. We must speak with our child. It is a mother's duty to discipline her child, after all. Now, if you will excuse us. Discipline? Coming from her, I don't like the sound of that at all. Well, Apollo, let's head back to the safe house for now. I feel like you should have probably jumped to her defense there, but that's fine. Good idea. We need to go over what we found and collect our thoughts. Thanks for being here, Athena. Also, poor Edgeworth was left here alone. Ah, you're back. Thank you for holding down the fort, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Sorry it took so long. Hope you weren't bored. I'm never bored. I watched The Plum Punisher, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm while you were gone. No! I have so many things to take home. And my verdict is, it's an outrage, especially its theme song. Even worse, the people here believe it's an original Karani show. Can you believe it? I've always spoken about it linked with Mr. Rebel here, and I'm not sure what he's babbling about, but at least it seems he wasn't bored.
Alright, so he's upset that it's a spin-off show, or a cheap coffee. Moving along to things that actually matter. It matters to me, right? See if I go to one of Trucy's shows after this. Gathering about all the information and the evidence we can concerning this case. I think it's about time we go over everything we learned so far. Another recap. The Orb trial, Maya's abduction, the murder of the mastermind behind it all, Justice Minister Inga. A lot to consider. Think you have all the facts straight in your head? Yep, got it covered, Mr. Wright. The truth about what really went down, that's gonna be the problem. Yeah, it's like the more we learn about this case, the less we understand. That's honestly normal. I agree. There's a deep darkness enveloping this case. I'm almost afraid of what we'll find once we lift that black veil. Suffice to say, the real killer's certainly waiting underneath. The real killer, huh? Now that's the million-dollar question. Who killed Inga and why? Think, Apollo. Who would you say had the motive to commit this crime? I, for one, am drawing a complete blank. I want to know how the killer slipped into the tomb, killed Inga, and slipped back out, without ever being seen. That's a bona fide locked room mystery there. Well, we collected plenty of evidence and statements. I just hope the rest comes to court. Out in court. It'll be a thinner tightrope than usual, that's for sure. This case has a big fly on the ointment. In order to prove Dirk completely innocent, we also have to exonerate him of the crime committed 23 years ago. Amara's supposed assassination. Right. We know Amara's still alive, but Dirk could still be charged with plotting to kill her. He couldn't discover the truth, even after 2 decades of investigating. So our biggest hurdle is going to be the complete lack of evidence. Fire made sure of that. Mr. Wright, have you ever won a case without any evidence? I don't want to talk about it. No, that's one thing I've never done before. I feel like there was a case where you started the trial and had nothing, and everything was just kind of subtly handed to you. Was it the one where you got amnesia? Trial unprecedented even in decorated annals of the Right Anything Agency. Still, I can't help but wonder, is there really no evidence left behind? Oh, and we can't forget about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, if Dirk is found guilty and sentenced to death, we'll likely join him in a very public execution. Well, there was also the Von Karma trial. The only reason we had evidence there is because Von Karma never got the bullet taken out of his shoulder. Yeah. Meet the charges or die. What kind of crazy upside-down legal system is this anyway? It's basically like ours. Don't worry, I can't ask someone as young as you to risk your life, Athena. But tomorrow it'll just be me and Apollo on the courtroom floor. You can support us by watching from the gallery. That's right, we don't need your gimmick this time. What? No. I can't be an audience bumpkin. I want to help. I'm part of the agency too, after all. Sorry, but this is a direct order from your boss. Darn it, you pulled the boss card. He's never done that before. Plus, there's Prosecutor Blackwell to think of. He said he'd use me for sword practice if I put you in harm's way. True. Although, if we're all dead, then he'll probably haunt me with the sword. Simon. That chump. At least promise me this, you two. Promise me you'll make it back alive. Make it back alive, huh? What's with that face, Apollo? You'll never inspire confidence in your client like that. You'll play right into the prosecution's hands. Remember, the worst of times are when the lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're right. Even when it seems hopeless or when there's not a shred of evidence to be found, we can never let it show in our faces. Right? Something like that. But will I actually be able to do that tomorrow? When push comes to shove, will I be able to force my biggest smile? Well, you'll have to find out next time. Be continued. Such joyous music. Well, trial day 2. This is a completely different trial. But whatever. But that will be it for right now. This went on a little longer than expected. But I hope you all enjoyed our great revolution's beginning. But we got a lot of stuff. We have to solve 2 cases in one. And I feel like I've gotten bits and pieces. I'm not going to mention them here in case I'm wrong. But, you know, it shouldn't be too hard to find a diamond in a Kurani's haystack, right? But yeah, I'm gonna go find food and other things. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed all the silly voices. And I don't know, part of me is like, man, we're almost done. Like, this has to be the final one, right? I will still try to see if I can figure out the DLC things, especially now that I'm on the actual computer version. But I have no idea. Alright, I figured this had to be the last one. But another thing I was gonna say, if there's any characters you'd really like an emote for that you think would work, or just a random image, feel free to suggest it to me. You can see this one here. I might be planning on making something more concrete with that, but I feel like Maya deserves it after being imprisoned so many times, right? It would also be fun to get Army one, but I have no idea what it would even be. But anywho, for right now, that'll be it. Thanks a lot for watching and have a good night. I don't think I'll be returning tonight, but we'll see. Bye for now. Also, here's hoping I don't forget everything by the next time we play.